No.
Oh, Chef Hall's back. Oh, hold on, Jay. Jay, where are you?
minute.
No, I'll go find it. There's a food encyclopedia that has all the foods for that class. Hi, Chef.
Hi.
Actually,
Join us. No.
there's the other book for it.
Yeah. I'll get back with you later, Jay.
Intro to hospitality?
Yeah, that's a lot. You want to take the class for me?
No. Who you have? Do you have Dr. Burris? Do you have Miss
I couldn't
Renee?
even tell you at the moment. The only teacher's name I know is yours.
Oh, okay. Well, that's terrible. Or that's
Depends on how
fine.
you look
That's
at
all
it.
that matters. Okay, let me. I'm sorry about that. It's here in the building. Maybe I can't shoot here from the building.
Hmm.
I don't know. Let's come back here. And
Uh-oh.
come back to this.
Okay.
Are we back?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So what this is going to mean, when I upload later tonight or tomorrow, whenever I upload in the week 3 folder or in our Zoom folder, there'll be in the Zoom recording sessions folder in course content, there'll be a week 3 folder instead of just a week 3 Zoom recording, because that folder is going to have this PowerPoint. The folder is also going to have tonight's Zoom part A and tonight's Zoom part B. Okay, this is broken into two files, and I'm not going to edit them and put them back together and all that kind of stuff. Let me show you. I'm going to be really quick and brief. We're not going to beat up or talk about each and every plate, but I want to show you a number of last fall and the summer. And these are only coming from online food to some of your previous classmates. Okay. Your Mies. A picture that you're going to have to take going forward. Name one thing that is really, really wrong with this Mies.
You can't have the raw meat on the
You
same
got
cutting
the
board.
meat on the on the
Raw
wooden cutting board at
Right
that.
there on the board, along with
Yes.
everything else.
Right.
The real big issue for me in this, because you do have separate containers, but you've got the pork tenderloin and you've got the green beans right next to each other. And those cooties just, they don't care.
Kitchen cooties.
As compared to this picture, this Mies, what do you notice about that?
It's
That's a-
unorganized.
Huh?
It's all over the place.
It's all over the
Unorganized.
place.
Well, you know, you're also trying, you'll be doing the same thing, I promise you, because you're
Okay.
trying to fit, I want one picture. Y'all make note of this. As you do this each week for this part of your lab assignment, I'm not interested in the Mies for the game hen and a separate picture for the Mies of your mashed potatoes and a separate picture for the Mies of your broccoli. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I just want to see one picture. And so everything's going to be maybe a little bit discombobulated. But
Oh,
what
wow.
I want to see is, look, all the cutting, the mincing, the julienne, all the cutting is done. The measuring, the weighing, everything is done. With 2 exceptions. The fish isn't open and the shrimp's not peeled and deveined yet. The shrimp is peeled and oh, never mind. Yeah, this person did tail on shrimp, and so that's fine. But notice how the proteins especially are all in their own separate containers. And taking the Mies exactly where it should go, there's not just one container with the shallot. So This is shallot down here at the bottom. And way up here, kind of hidden underneath the fish spatula handle, that's shallot also. And notice how they're different cuts. So those cuts are in different places, you know, for different reasons. What do you say?
That's a good one, I would think.
I like the tile on the wall.
Well, there's that.
It's pretty.
There are a
Probably
couple
still
of
a good idea to
times.
put the protein in a container.
Say it again.
Probably still a good idea to put the protein in a container, like a walled vessel.
Well, and this particular student, this was the first time the week before the whole class received feedback about, hey, you know, put your protein separate from everything else. It shouldn't be on the same board. And so this student's takeaway was, okay, I've got the protein on I've got the beef on its own board. I've got the bacon on its own board, and that's separate, and they stay separate. It's okay, it's passable. But if it were in a vessel, you know, kind of with some walls, that would be a little more ideal.
And
Yeah,
also it's better to like have the onions in its own container, so that way when you're actually cooking with it, you can pick it up as a unit and dump it. Same with like the other carrots, etc.
same with the garlic. And, you know, was somebody going to do something with this shallot, or is the shallot going to be left whole? I don't know if you can see it, huh?
Let me move the picture.
It's under us.
Oh,
Sorry.
I see it.
Yeah, it's under you. Right above the flour, there's a whole potato. You know, what are we going to do with the whole potato? I will tell you, and I don't feel I should ask you to go out and buy liquor. But there are 2 or 3 dishes that we're going to do this semester that you know, week 6 when we do the filet à poivre, I just think you really do need you need the cognac, but don't go out and buy a whole bottle of cognac for 3-4 tablespoons of cognac. If you already have it, great, fine. If you have brandy of some kind and not cognac, you know, cognac is brandy, so that would work. But it will work just fine with just stock. This is Mise for beef bourguignon, and when we do the stewing and braising week, that is a week that we will all get started cooking together, but we won't finish together because that's going to take a few hours. And so, in fact, starting at 5:30. We might do something different that week with our Zoom, because we're braising, and that takes several hours, and you will use just about a whole bottle of red wine. So, you know, when that week comes, I don't know, it's week 9 or 10, something like that, you might want a bottle of red wine. Legally in Arkansas right now, the school can't provide you with alcohol. You can't take it away. Maybe because of that, kind of defies online learning, but maybe it could work out that we just do this week in person here at the school.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, I like that.
I get a whole
Me
bunch
too.
of red wine.
I would like that.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Right.
I like that idea too. It was chicken.
Overall. Somebody feed that baby.
What,
Are you
baby?
talking about the
Right.
kids yelling in the background playing
The-
pool?
No, the one that Jay, she's hungry.
Oh,
We're about done.
I'm about to feed myself in a minute.
We're
That's an
about
ugly, that's an ugly plate.
That's a baby plate. That's something I fixed for my daughter.
This is a grown-up plate. This is an adult plate. Okay. Again, we see Denny's, we see Cracker Barrel and other restaurants like that, and the plates are so full. This is a poultry course, or this is the meat course of maybe a 5 or 6 or 7 course dinner. And this is an appropriate amount of food on the plate for an entree.
A
This-
fistful.
Game hen. This is from last semester, and this is a plate that would have been what we did tonight.
This is a plate I made. Grilled chicken, mashed potatoes and broccoli.
That's what you're gonna make for
No,
dinner?
I'm saying I plated this, but you said that compared to this and the one you're showing us, I overstuffed my plate basically.
Yeah, it's a lot of food. It's a lot of food. That's not terrible.
Is that all they had to work with?
The same, well, none of y'all picked up game hen, so
So we're not getting game hen at all. They're not gonna.
yes, we're still gonna work with game hen.
Okay.
It
Here's
looks good.
This is another concept from the same class, the same ingredients.
I actually like the layout of that one.
Me
I don't
too.
like the plating on that one, but I like this one
I
because
do like that one.
I do.
yeah,
It's pretty.
I like the little dots of potatoes. They had to put that in a paper bag or something to put that like that.
Go to Walmart, go down that kind of birthday, the candy.
Cake decorating owl.
wedding
Oh, I
cake,
got some.
cake decorating
I got some.
aisle. You can get a
Mhm.
couple, they're small little Wilton, or you can get candy squeeze bottles. If you have 2 or 3 of those hanging around your house, then you'll be set for doing some of these little dots. But if you're going to do the dots, notice how they're different sizes.
Yeah, they are. I like that.
Variety of color, variety of textures, variety of height, variety of sizes. Variety is really our number one rule, and that's not a rule. Color, the green of the broccolini really kind of sets off.
Not in the camera. My girlfriend came in here and she started backing away when she realized I was on camera.
What y'all think?
It's interesting, yeah.
The potential is
This
Yeah.
dry.
This is I did these first few plates intentionally because some of y'all got the pork tenderloin. Next week, when we do the pork tenderloin, we are going to sous vide. And I'm going to teach you how to sous vide at home. I call it poor man sous vide.
mm,
And so we'll just use a pot of boiling water. But this overcooked. You can even see how dry it is. And you can save a little bit of that with sauce, but this student also listened in the beginning of the semester when we talked about you don't cover stuff up with sauce. And so the sauce went here on the side. The plate's really
Yeah, I would have drizzled that thing.
the green things, just so that you're aware, with this particular week, this student is gluten-free, and so we had learned to make gnocchi, and this student could not do it with flour, and used potato starch with the potato or rice flour something like that, and kind of over mixed a little bit. And these are really, really big for gnocchis. Great color though. This was spinach, chopped up really fine, minced. What do y'all think of this plate?
I like that plate.
I like it.
I like that plate too.
Jay's
Looks like
got
some
another helper right
Jesse.
there. Hello to Jay's helper. Everybody say hi.
My teacher
Hi,
said hi.
Jay, helper.
Welcome to class.
Nice.
This is a shiny, y'all.
I like
Yeah,
it.
baby.
I mentioned something tonight already. And I gave the class this feedback with this plate. This was from last semester. Tell me one thing, I've mentioned it tonight. Tell me one thing that I would say absolutely does not need to be on this plate at all.
The mint leaf or the leaf on top of the meat.
The sprig of
Sprig.
a dill.
That's dill. The dill and the lemon wedge. The little piece of lemon. It's just a little piece of lemon. Can I eat this?
Can't do it. No.
Well, are you, like some people want to.
I mean, I
on
can.
their fish. Not sprinkle, I guess squeeze lemon on their fish. Would that not be considered the same as
Not
eating
enough
it?
to squeeze.
Too
That's
small to
not enough.
squeeze.
No,
Yeah.
that
Not
was
enough to
strictly
squeeze.
put there for garnish. This plate doesn't need it at all. Lots of color. Lots of color here.
And see, you have someone like me that's just getting into this and learning this. Every time I look at a plate, I'm like, now how are you supposed to eat that? You know, and I can figure out, I guess what you're saying is, you know, you might have to drag it through this or that, but I'd be thinking, how are you supposed to eat that?
Drag it through, and yep, that's what high-end customers and high-end restaurants they're accustomed to.
All right.
Is that medium rare?
Yeah, it's hard to see in this picture, but
You can sit, kind of sit at the top right there on the little pink.
yeah,
That looks like a lot of food.
That's a lot of rare
It's a lot of rare.
well, it's
to me.
right on the edge of rare to medium rare. If you saw the ribeye that I ate today, that's almost perfect. I'll tell you how meat really should be cooked. If it's ribeye or if it's filet. So I used to be a Boy Scout for a long, long, long time. And I used to have an app on my phone that shows different kinds of campfires. And so I would just open up one of those apps that has a little bit of campfire going on my phone. And I would take the ribeye and just show it the fire on both sides and put some salt and pepper on it and dig in. Oh, mamacita. Delicioso.
Mm-mm. No bueno.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
bueno, chef.
filet. I personally prefer black and blue. That's a super hot iron skillet, and the filet sears in seconds. It's about 30 to 45 seconds on each side. It's
Mhm.
a little bit of crust and it's a little bit of gray, and the whole rest of the filet, the very center's cold.
Mhm.
That's divine.
Have
made
you ever
my
eaten at
stomach
Ruthie
turn.
Chris?
Chris,
Have you ever had a steak dinner at Ruthie Chris?
I never heard of it. Is that a restaurant here? I guess it's a restaurant.
It's
It's
the
one in
nearest one
Memphis.
is Memphis.
it's one of them. It's called Ruth Chris.
I like calling it Ruthie Chris.
It's
Well,
You'll love this
upscale
chef.
steakhouse.
We don't go out to eat very much because I beat everybody up. I'm a little
Yeah.
bit. Well, my wife doesn't like that. So, okay, tell me one thing on this plate that I probably told the students last semester, and I will tell y'all the same thing if whenever somebody does it. There's one thing on here that absolutely has no business being on the plate.
The scallops and This sprig on top of
That
the meat?
sprig of thyme.
That thyme right there. That's just wiry. You can't chew it. Even if there's thyme on the steak, this is a ribeye. I'll tell you already in advance, when we do the ribeye, you're gonna get a big old piece of ribeye, whole steak. It'll be 1/2 inch, 2 inches thick, big ribeye. Just because you get that much meat, you don't have to put all of that on the plate. You can trim out pieces. Again, you be creative. Less is best. That's just what you need to put in your head right now. Less is best.
Got
Okay.
a little eater, so I probably cook the whole thing and make my plate with a little portion of it.
Well, you can keep some off on the side, yeah, to eat later. This
Is
one,
that just the purple potato on the right-hand side?
it is.
Looks like it.
These would have been smaller. You're going to work with the same thing. You should be. When we do the ribeye, you'll have fingerling potatoes. And I had shown the class, or we had talked about Hasselback potatoes
Yeah, I
Mhm.
like
and
Hasselback.
how to cut them. So this was an attempt. It's not really consistent, but almost there. Just Hasselback, roasted with a lot of butter. Not much butter here, but there you go. It's not a bad plate.
What's this little white dot in the front? Sour cream?
Sour cream.
Okay.
Now, most times Hasselbacks are usually stuffed with something in between each slice.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Oh, okay.
No. This
Just mine, huh?
this method is a Hasselback potato. Stuffed
Just mine.
Hasselback potato is going to have your bacon and cheese, and why ruin bacon with cheese and potato? That's what I wonder. I think I probably have to take half your grade off if you ruin bacon. But no, bacon and potato and cheese all taste really good, but the bacon by itself, that's how it should be. How it should be.
Yeah.
Jay, you're cracking me up.
Week 11. This is you're gonna do fish fry.
I don't like this plate. It's
I'm not
giving me
wrong about it.
anxiety.
Yeah.
It's giving me anxiety.
Okay, just remember this. Remember I'm putting the PowerPoint up in Blackboard. So first of all, when you take your pictures of your plates, just one good kind of a side or an angle view. Don't do these top views. That shrimp and that shrimp, that wasn't even part of the basket. When we do a deep fry, you're not going to get shrimp. And I don't want you going to the store and buying frozen hush puppies. We're going to do a fish fry, but we're not going to do we're not going to do the Arkansas fish fry, fish house fish
I
fry.
figured it's like a math equation.
It does.
Yeah.
Plus equal
I'm doing a plus and it equals and
Three.
and the-
3.
All right. That's
It
enough
does look like the
Oh,
vision sign on with the fries and the hush puppy.
math. Terry, you just reminded me of my youngest daughter. So
What?
I make fun of her a little bit. She, as my wife would explain it, she finds patterns.
Yeah.
There's always a pattern to something, and she likes to see patterns. So when
Mhm.
Tara said it looks like a math equation, I just got my daughter is here. That's a good thing. I love my daughter, but that's a pattern, when
Well,
it's
I realized I was sitting there trying to figure out the plate, and I was like, "That's why I was trying to figure it out because it looks like I'm supposed to be doing something with it."
Right.
I
You know,
enjoy
like if you look from
not wanting to-
right to left.
every single plate that we do. Some plates are just going to be, maybe you have nothing better to do, or you can't think of anything and you got to get something on the plate for a grade, whatever. Not everything's going to be a winner. And
Yeah.
some people struggle more with plate design than others.
Do you get participation points?
Yes. Yeah.
Are we learning how to pickle, or they just come with pickles, or that's
Came up with the pickles. The onions were supposed to be fried in beer batter as beer battered onion rings.
Oh,
One of the things we will do in this week is not really dry dredge, although we'll be able to. We'll have the ingredients to do that. I don't think we're going to be working with catfish. We're working with cod. And so you're going to have other vegetables just to use. The intention is a batter dip, a beer batter dip, and a tempura dip. And so it's three different kinds of coating, and you'll deep fry. So the same ingredients, except this person added for the beer
deep fried
batter,
mushrooms.
he burned up his onion. And so he and his wife really like mushrooms, really the wife's request. And he cut them open so that for the plate presentation, we could see that they were fried mushrooms, although they would have stayed whole on the
Yeah.
plate. Everybody last semester did a hush puppy. So again, you'll be able to do it with the ingredients that you'll have in the cart. One little takeaway: if you deep fry, especially you deep fry a whole fish fillet, and then try to cut it in half like it's a steak. Notice how rugged this is. It's more torn up. It's not cut nice and clean. It won't cut clean. So we don't want to do that. Cut it in half if you want smaller pieces, and then fry the individual smaller
Mhm.
pieces. You don't get ketchup. He and his wife had to have ketchup. Two more versions of the same stuff. Okay. Here's a different fish fry.
The tartar sauce.
Fried pickles.
There ain't no
I
pickle.
think. That's not a
No,
pickle.
that's on the
Slaw.
top. It's
No,
slaw.
that sled looking thing, those things that look like
That's a fish.
skis, look like skis. What is
That's,
that?
That right
that's
there?
a fish.
Zucchini.
zucchini?
Zucchini.
That's one of the vegetables. You'll get some fresh green beans. Those fry really nice. You'll get zucchini. I think you'll get some yellow squash. You'll get 3 or 4 things that maybe you use it, maybe you don't. But so they dry dredged some catfish. They beer battered
Cod.
That's what I thought.
I think we had an issue. I think it's actually halibut.
Oh, halibut. Okay.
Good issue.
But
We should have that issue.
well, we might, because there's going to be there'll be halibut, there'll be snapper, there'll be flounder, there'll be sole. When Meat and Seafood breaks down round fish and flat fish and all of that. Okay.
They look like they're trying to play tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I actually like this plate.
I do too.
It's quite artistic. Visual interest.
This student is a professional. She's not a professional chef, and she doesn't do a food blog, but she supports her family. She is very successful as a interior design, kind of a home decorating. She's an influencer type blogger person.
Okay, so she understands negative space and positive space and layouts.
Yeah. Positive space, negative space, being intentional and very deliberate. I think that's the last That's the last one. Okay. So let's come back here. Welcome back. Questions, concerns, complaints? Y'all want to know what I want you to do with all the mishmash of ingredients?
With who? With what?
The mishmash of ingredients.
Okay.
you have?
Yes.
Because let's see, you have whole chicken. Who picked up game hen? Terry got game hen. Terry got pork tenderloin. Jay, you got pork tenderloin. Okay. Roast. Roasting is a dry heat method. I know everybody has done this at least once or twice. Roasting is going to go in the oven. If you take a look at the prep list for this week, the game hen list, did y'all see it? Have y'all looked at it? The prep list?
Yes.
For
Yes.
the game hen,
Yeah. So Tara, I'm going to ask, how did that look? You gave me some really good feedback last week, and this was just one way of trying to apply some of that. So right on the far left-hand side, the ingredients listed are, you know, what you need for your protein, what you need for the starch, what you need for the veg. So you can kind of
Yeah, and you categorized it, so you knew exactly what was going with which portion of the meal.
and
So
then down at the
that
very
works- that
bottom,
works
you
really
had
well.
equipment.
What?
Down at the very bottom of that same list, you have, you know, a couple of sheet pans and
Yep.
saute pan, medium
you're
soft pan.
talking about this list?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. This is the one with the game hen. This is
Yes.
has the sheet pan on it and everything.
Yeah. The pork
Uh-huh.
one won't be done for another day or two. Okay. So here's the experiment. Okay. Haha. I want you to look at the week 3 recipes. Now, maybe in a way, some of you might think, well, this is going to be easy for Tara because she got the game hen. And so, fine. And Erlene has whole chicken, but maybe she can work with the whole chicken, and the chicken is chicken. Game hen is just baby chicken.
Right.
Okay. I've said this before. So here's going to be the test. Okay. If you look at this week's recipes, even though it's about game hen, all I'm giving you those recipes for is the list of directions, not so much the ingredients that you need to use a teaspoon of that and a tablespoon of this and a squeeze of that. I want you to focus on the directions that gives you kind of a step-by-step how to execute the particular cooking method. And even with the pork tenderloin, if we all pay attention to the roasting method described in the game hen, then what I want you to do with, you won't do it tonight, but what I want you to do by the weekend, by Sunday, and go ahead and do all of the lab assignment. So you'll come up with a plate presentation idea, draw it. You'll mise. You'll cook your stuff, and then you'll create your final, your actual plate. Take a picture of that, you in uniform, and then you'll write up. You'll eat it. Eat it with your family, eat it with your significant other, but you'll write up a little 2-paragraph, kind of describe your palate experience, describe your taste. I don't care about how you cooked it. Don't describe to me, don't regurgitate back to me what's already listed under the directions of those recipes. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I
Yes.
want you to start working on articulating this is how this dish tastes. This is how it tasted to me. And avoid, this tastes good. Or I didn't like this. You know, use that. I'll be posting. I think I have, where do I have? You're gonna see this, if you haven't already, you're gonna see something like this. This is not all exclusive, okay? This is not all inclusive, I mean. This is just a very, very beginning of how to describe taste, okay? And this week, you're gonna write just a couple of paragraphs. Starting next week, I'm gonna have a specific form, or is this already there? Does somebody know?
It's already
This-
there. Yes.
Then I don't need to, don't write 2 paragraphs, just fill this out. And the very back of it is, this is where you're describing taste.
You need us to fill it out electronically and submit it, or handwrite it, take a picture and resubmit it?
Whatever is easiest for you.
All right.
And if I can't read your handwriting, then next week it'll change to electronic. It's in a Word document, so it should be no different than doing key terms. And I'm not after, look, I'm not after a whole big book. I'm a line. And if something really doesn't apply to your experience today, then just say none or NA or doesn't apply. Say something, don't just leave it blank. There you go. Did you just sneeze?
Gesundheit.
That calendar just fell off the wall. It's okay.
Oh,
We're
okay.
okay. Everything's okay.
I sneeze like that. That's why I thought you sneezed. I have power sneeze. So that's what I want you to do, regardless of the protein, regardless of the other ingredients you got.
Okay,
Something with, you have stuff that's clearly starch. You have stuff that's clearly veg. You have a protein. We've learned one good, easy, we'll do it a lot, sauce method. Sauce, protein, veg, starch on the plate. Everybody's plate's going to be something different. Even when we get back to making exactly the same stuff, everybody's plate's going to be different. So I'm excited with what you're gonna create, what you'll come up with, and I'm always available. So I may not be available right on the spot, but y'all know that. You can text me and I'll get back to you pretty quick. Y'all have any questions, concerns, complaints?
not right now.
Have a blessed night, and I should have,
Well,
maybe I'll have this posted before the night is over.
Have a blessed night.
Bye-bye.
Jay, if you're
Bye-bye.
going to go to Minnesota, please be careful on the ice.
I think she's gone,
Oh, is she?
I think.
Who?
Jay.
Jay? Yeah, Jay's logged off. Jay's gone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that
Okay.
we're gonna get a whole lot
Huh?
of ice. I don't know that we're gonna get a whole lot of ice, but
Are we supposed to get some this week?
tomorrow into Thursday.
A
Thursday,
little ice in Arkansas is a lot.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Uh-huh.